So in today's video, we're going to be showing off my dad's very first model train collection, but I'm not going to be actually showing it off because he's a better person to show it off than my dad.
Hi there. So I guess you could call me Scrumptious Model Trains Senior.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I guess the first thing I should say is that I'm wearing the obligatory Scrumptious Model Trains polo top,
Yeah?
and I'm also doing my face reveal right off the bat. So hopefully that'll keep your fan base happy.
Well, 2 steps in the right direction.
Excellent. First thing I should maybe say is a little bit of history about myself. I got into model railroading when I was about 7 years old, back in the mid-'70s. So I guess I'm dating myself a little bit here. But my first model train was a Bachmann model train set that I got for Christmas when I turned 7. And it was led by this guy here, which I believe is a Bachmann CP Rail GP38 or GP40. I guess your rail fans can probably confirm that, or they can correct me as they see fit.
Oh yes, they'll figure it out very soon.
And thanks to you, actually, it's been lovingly restored and it's working beautifully on the track. So that was my first one. The second one that I got was this guy here. Looks like a 040 rail yard or shunter steam locomotive, Pennsylvania Railroad. Shout out to all of your Pennsylvania fans. I know that that's one of your biggest subscriber bases. And of course, we visited Scranton, Pennsylvania last
Back
year.
in 2017.
Yeah, and we've got some video footage to show at some point in the future. But this guy here, again, this has ceased working, and I believe you restored this by putting a new motor in.
Yes, I put a small 3-pole motor in it, and it goes ridiculously fast, but it does work.
It does work. It works beautifully. And when it's not actually on the tracks, it's on static display on your layout, which is really cool too. So this I got for my birthday, along with a car with a cow on it, which I thought was really cool at the time. But you know, that's the viewpoint of an 8-year-old. And then 1 or 2 Christmases later, late 70s, early 80s, I got this guy, which I know you featured just recently. This is another Bachmann. This is a Bachmann CN Railways locomotive. I think the configuration is a 280. I think it's a Mikado, but again, you and your fan base can confirm or give me the correct locomotive model. Beautiful detailing. It was, at the time, I think it had cost my godparents about $80, so they gave it to me as a combined Christmas and birthday gift. And $80 back then would probably be, I don't know, about $5 billion in today's dollars.
Oh, I'd say roughly.
Roughly that?
Yeah, I'd say about
maybe
that.
maybe $300. But the detailing on it is beautiful. A lot of craftsmanship, and it's heavy. Definitely a lot of metal that went into it. It's one of my favorites. And as you indicated, it had ceased operating for a whole bunch of reasons back in 2010. But again, lovingly restored, and it can now get around your layout.
Yeah.
Which is really, really
Brand
cool.
new motor.
Yep.
Newish motor, 20 years old.
Whoops, I don't want to tip it over. And the second to last guy is this one right here. So a CN diesel locomotive. I think it's an F7 or F9. This was really special. I was visiting my parents' friends in Montreal. They had a layout. Of course, CN is headquartered in Montreal, and he just gave me this as a present. So took it home, put it on my layout. My layout, by the way, was 4x8, just like your original layout. But of course, that's small in comparison to what you have now. And then the last one is another CN branded F7 or F9. You'll notice some differences in the livery and in the horns, but more or less the same locomotive. This one was special because it was actually the first one that I bought with my own allowance money, and this had cost me $10 back in the early 80s at the Hobby House, and that's when the Hobby House was actually on Rideau Street in Ottawa. So yeah, so there's my collection. That was my collection, my 5 HO scale locomotives and engines, and you've now successfully restored them all. Sometimes they just needed a little bit of lubrication. Sometimes they actually needed full reconstructions of the motors, but they're all running beautifully, and they've been fully integrated along with my rolling stock and some of my buildings into your layout, which is super special. So there you have it. There's my set, and also I just wanted to say hi to your subscribers, introduce myself, and I'll try not to make appearances too frequently, but once in a while I'll sort of jump in there and say hi.
So, do you want to run a few of these things?
Sure, sounds awesome. Which one do you want to run first?
How's about that one?
Yeah, well, you already ran the Bachmann, but yeah, the Bachmann Steam. But let's run the diesel.
And the diesel. Is it working?
Am I running the right?
That's the top one.
Vintage for direct command control. This is before you can control these things with your iPad. I still love these because I would see these locomotives in real life near my grandparents' place up in Sudbury. There was a CP main line that came from Ottawa and Toronto. And it hauled, the train by the way had CP boxcar, CP gondola, CP hopper, and one gas car and a yellow CP caboose. That was my first train set. This one's amazing because you actually, with the new motor, have it running exceedingly fast for a shunter engine.
Yeah, that 3-pole motor kicks out not very much torque, but a lot of speed.
Need a little bit of a
Needs
shut.
a little helping hand.
I don't know.
It's weird. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, look,
That's the life.
So yeah, I'm running it at about 50% right now.
Which I think is about 10 volts or something like that.
So it goes lightning fast. It's got a lot of spark to it, a lot of kick. This is one of my most special ones. I've got very fond memories of this one as a child. I can even recall the cold January morning when I got out of bed and unwrapped it for the first time. So, shout out again to your rail base in Pennsylvania. I should mention actually that I've got dual citizenship. I was actually born in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We were going back there in a couple of weeks for a game. So, go Wolverines. Salute to the Wolverines state. I know you've got a few fans from Michigan who would probably appreciate that. And if anybody knows any good model railroad stores in Ann Arbor, let us know.
Yeah, I know a couple of you guys already have, but keep the comments flowing.
I know you've got a whole bunch of Tyco fans out there. I've seen their reactions to your Eagle restoration. Again, as I mentioned, I think this is an F7 or F9 CN, right from Montreal, where CN is headquartered. Given to me from another family. He was a model railroader as well, had a 4x8 layout, and just simply gave me one of his locomotives once he'd outgrown it. Though, do you ever really outgrow model railroading?
Oh, I don't think so.
I think I'll be doing this like into my 70s and 80s with you and maybe your kids.
I hope so.
It looks great. It's got the front light working, nice and smooth, going around the tracks. It's got a distinct Tyco sound to it, eh? They all
Yeah.
have a bit of a high-pitched motor.
Yeah, the little power torque motors.
One more round?
Yeah. Got a shot of it going through the freight yard here.
I guess they used F7s. They were normally used for passenger service, but they used them for some freight service, right?
I think they did occasionally, yeah.
All right, so that's the Tyco. I guess we'll run the cousin. We'll run the Lifelike.
Yeah.
So again, this is the one that I bought with my own allowance money, $10 at the time. Probably in today's dollars would be closer to about 100, although I think you can still get these for about the same price. Cool, it has still got the front light working as well. This was the final one that was added to my railroad collection, and one of the first ones that was added to yours. Which
Yeah, this is the one that started it all.
This is the one that started it all. There you go.
Back in the cold December of 2006.
And as I mentioned, you have integrated, I think, some buildings from my original train set. I think this actually, and these two buildings here were from the original. And we'll shut this guy down. Do you want to run the Bachmann just for kicks?
Oh, why not?
Still Gets me almost as excited as I was as a kid when I opened this Christmas Day at my uncle's and aunt's up in Sudbury, Ontario. And by the way, they actually lived near a CN spur line, actually, and there was a train that used to go by once a day. So I think this should do it.
No, yeah. Still got some issues to sort out, but she's doing it.
She is doing it.
This is also, I should point out, running on exceedingly dirty track.
Well, it needs a little
work
bit
in
of help
progress.
again. It
Work
needs
in
a helping
progress.
hand, work in progress, and of course, if anybody's really curious about this one, they can refer to your other Bachmann 6200 video. So there's the collection: Tyco, Bachmann, and Lifelike, and the opportunity to bring these guys back to life and to show them to your subscribers. And thank you to your subscribers for all your support as well. I often read very, very positive comments, and it's a great community to belong to.
Thank you very much for telling everybody about the history of them.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.